Hello, everyone. Nice to see you all again live for new YT Talks with Pendle again. Wilbert, we saw you last week. Always happy to see you.
Nice to
So
be here
today
again.
we're going. Oh, sorry, go on, Wilbert.
No, I was saying nice to be here again.
Yes, always nice to see you. And so today we're going to talk about everything the YT, new YT pool and Pendle, the golden rules. We're also going to put the first draw. The tweet with the smart contract for the draw is going to be live in about 2 minutes. And then after we do the draw, you should be able to see it. It's all transparent, all live. So let's just get started. Why don't we start with a little introduction from everyone?
Yeah. So I hope everything going well. Lee, co-founder of Usual, and we are very happy today to have Wilbert and Labrin with us because those guys are really Pendle bugs, I would say for sure, and we are really happy to make this new YT initiative and Golden YT. And so I will maybe let Wilbert and Labrin quickly introduce themselves. Wilbert, I'll let you start.
Yeah, hi everyone. I'm Wilbert. I'm part of the ecosystem team at Pendle, and have been working with Usual to bring on board USD 0++ onto Pendle. Again, just a quick recap for those of you that are not familiar with what Pendle is. Pendle is a yield tokenization protocol. So we tokenize yield, and essentially any yield-bearing asset can be tokenized into PT and YT. PT is principal token, and it's redeemable at maturity for a fixed interest. And YT is essentially leverage yield exposure as well as leverage points exposure to the underlying asset. And in this case, for the usual USD 0++ pool on Pendle, you get 6 pills for the new pool. I think I'll let Adli share a little bit more on that later.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just a quick introduction.
Hi, I'm Labyrinth. I'm a big fan of Euro and Pendle. I'm glad to share some of my views about Euro and Pendle. And if you have any question, just reach out and ask me any question. I'm glad to help, and I'm very like Euro and Pendle. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks,
And
Wilson.
maybe you can ask a first question, and so everybody's on the same page. But are you team PT or team YT? In
I'm
general,
s-
after we'll talk about this special YT, but in general.
Oh yeah. Almost. I always buy. I always like to buy YT. And also LP. Yeah. Because I always want to find the best price of YT, and I think it's very interesting and challenging for me. I like this kind of feeling. Yeah. Find the best price and and buy some YT. Yeah.
And you, Wilbert?
Yeah, I'm a YT ape as well, but it's hard to resist double digit, and not just double
So
digit.
you're directional guy, not neutral guy. Interesting.
But talking about 20% fixed rate APR on PTs is very attractive, especially with the ability to loop it on Morpho. That's becoming very hard to resist. But yeah, for now, I'm still true to YT and bullish on Usual's TG next month.
Yeah, I hope so. I'm pretty excited also. And maybe Karel, you want to talk quickly about that people can interact if they want with the live, etc.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. So we already saw, for example, we have the first comment from Super Maton. So good evening to you too, everyone. If you want to leave comments in the X pool, I think on YouTube, and we also live on LinkedIn. Normally, just leave any comment. We should be able to see them. So if you have any questions, any feedback, we'll be able in the live to kind of like see them, and then if they're interesting, pick them up and talk about it. And nice to see what, but you're also starting to waver like me. I'm normally a full YT ape, but PT Morpho, must admit I was kind of like tempted. Now that's out of the way. Let's talk new YT pool, new also the golden YT. I know, Wilbert, you told us that this is something pretty new, something interesting that you're looking forward to. Let's go, Adli, well, or Wilbert, if you also don't hesitate, and Labrin at any time you're to interrupt if you have any question or feedback. But Adli, what can you tell us about this new pool? What's so special about it? How does it work?
So this new pool has several stuff that are kind of special because first we have allocated a little bit more of pills for YT holders. So YT holders on 6 pills, so it's double the number of pills that it was in the last pool. This pool has a long maturity because it will be in March, so it's very interesting for the PT lovers because they can secure a long yield, I would say. And at the same time, it's very interesting for the YT lover because we give more pills. And the special stuff also is that this pool will be, this market and panel will be hybrid because right now you trade the points with the YT and you will trade the usual token in the future. And that is a very unique, I would say, markets on Pendle. And to add some salt, we think that it was a good idea to give some more pills and up to 5 billions to YT holders because they are the truly, I would say, and biggest believer in usual because what they commit to is to have usual in the future. And so we think that those guys can be clearly holders of usual and participate in the protocol and really think that we will have some growth. And it's very important for us to demonstrate that interest and growth before the TGE. So we are really happy to encourage people to hold YT. And it's also a good way to push some light on Pendle mechanism and show that people can have access to very interesting, I would say, exposure through the YT. And yeah, that's mainly it. So I think this Pendle market is very crucial and it could go very well because the last one was has more than 100 million in less than 2 months. So maybe on the 5 months, we could have 2x that or 3x that because clearly there could be some interest on that. And we think that we have talked about that in the last meeting with Pendle, but we are very synergic with Pendle because the yield on USD 0++ will be highly speculative because of the usual token nature that is speculative. And so Pendle will be a very good way to trade that yield and make fixed yield with that speculative yield. So we have, big, I would say, we have big hope in that Pendle market because clearly it is at the same time a very good opportunity to roll from the last pool for people. It's a very good opportunity to get exposure to usual, and it's also a very good opportunity in the future because it will be very coherent for us to have that yield trading because it's basically future usual price trading in certain ways. So it's kind of funny. And yeah, let Wilbert talk about, but I think this is a unique opportunity for all Pendle users and all people that wanted to have exposure to usual because it could really multiply in certain ways the pills they earn with the YT in a tremendous amount because they could earn like on one time something like 500 billions pills.
Yeah, if I can interrupt on that. So for the 500 billions, guys, we will do the first draw like in this during the live. Very, very soon, you can already see the contract at the bottom of the thread that we put on X already, and also on Discord and TG. Right now, it's empty, and you will be with the winners, so you should be able to check it in just a few minutes. Just to interrupt, sorry, but also that you guys can see it while it's empty.
Yeah, I think for the usual pool on Pendle, it's pretty special because it's one of our first, I would say, yield-bearing, RWA-backed yield-bearing stablecoins. And Pendle this year, obviously, we've been concentrating a lot on the restaking segment, first with E3 staking, and now with Babylon and Bitcoin DeFi, Bitcoin Fi restaking on Pendle. So you're able to earn yields on not just DeFi yields on ETH or BTC denominated assets, but now even on yield-bearing stablecoins that are tied to RWAs like T-bills. So I think that's what is so interesting about the usual pool. The other thing, like what Adli said, I think with the new usual pool, you're getting 6 bills for YT. That's double from the previous pool. And after TGE, if I'm not wrong, you're able to get usual tokens, right? So that is going to be, again, something that's really interesting. And I think the YT, Golden YT draw campaign that is going to happen in a few minutes is also something that is very innovative, and we haven't seen anything like that on Pendle. In a way, rewarding YT holders, and maybe even the smaller YT holders have a chance at winning the jackpot. I think that's very interesting, and yeah, even out the odds and the playing field.
Yeah. For me, I'm really thrilled about this new pool on Pendle. Each USD0 brings six leverage pills boost, which is impressive. But it's also key to look at the implied APY, as it reflects expected future returns. These returns have two parts: points earned before pre-launch and alpha yield after, which will bring Euro token rewards. Based on my calculus, the potential returns look strong. Yeah, and the current market undervalues them. Maybe I will share more analysis soon for everyone's reference. Yeah, and for Golden YT, I really like it. For myself, I just buy. I just remove my my pool, my LP and my YT and my PT. PT I didn't remove. Only LP and YT to the new pools, and I think Golden YT is really, I really like it because returns pluses plus the added draw returns. This is exactly what we YT holders really love. Yeah. Golden YT. Yeah.
Thank you guys for the support.
It's great to hear. And yeah, triple incentive, double YT, golden YT, great yield after. And also, guys, the maturities up until I think March 27. So you're gonna have month of that. Like it's one of the most exciting pool I think you can find on Pendle right now. I mean, we were already in the top for the old pool. I think right now we got like 37 or something in the old pool, and then the new one is sure to just like blow that out of the water very, very soon. So we talked already about the YT pool. I think maturity is clear, all the incentives are clear, but we keep talking about this golden YT. So what is it? How does it work? We keep talking about 5 billion. What are these prices? Who can get them? Could you tell us a bit more about that, Adli?
Yeah, it's pretty straight to the point and pretty simple. It's like I don't know the title in English, but Charlie and the Chocolaterie. I don't know.
Yeah, Charlie and the Chocolaterie movie. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the name, right? It's a little bit the same stuff. It's like instead of buying some chocolate bear, you buy a YT and all the YT, and you may have more pills at the end because you are randomly choose for that. So it's more an add-on. It's not like you're sacrificing something. It's more about putting some bonus pill randomly for some lucky, and so our goal was really to offer something where even somebody that buy a fraction of a YT or just a small amount of YT has a chance to have a very big amount that is not proportionate to his YT holdings, and what that was also the goal. For sure, if you have more YT, you have more chance of getting these bonus pills, I would say. But everybody could, if they are lucky, have access to that pills bonus or pill jackpot, we can say. And that the main principle. How it operates, it's pretty simple. There is a random snapshot that are taken between different the different draw of who hold a YT, and smart contract execute the the draw, and it's fully transparent. We'll announce address of smart contract, etc. So it will be totally transparent. And yeah, our main goal is to be able to give people a new way of trading in Pendle. I would say, having a new utility of the YT on a very short period that will boost their exposure if they achieve to get those bonus pills. And it's a huge amount because it's not a financial advice, but as Labrin said, those pills can represent some money. So clearly, it will be interesting to have these bonus pills.
Yeah. And
so how much is the first draw?
So first, there's 10 draw. I think we haven't said it yet, guys, but there will be 10 draws. So even if you're not qualified for this draw, just like continue on. There's 10 draws. We're going to continue it until probably the end of the Blitz campaign. The first one is one of the best one, though. Admittedly, we wanted to come out with a bang. And the first one actually gives you 1 billion pills. So you'll have 1 billion pills added towards your total.
Wow, amazing.
That doesn't boost though, but yeah, in the end you will basically have an extra 1 billion. So it doesn't, as Ali said, you could even just come in with 1 USD 0++, get, I think right now we had 17 YT for 1 USD 0++. So it's still, you got that 17 chances out of the total. So that's really, really good. And then have 1 billion pills out of that, and continue to get the pills and also get the yield for after. So it's like really just like incentive and incentive and incentive. I think this is, I don't want to toot our own horns with that, but I think this you're looking at the top pool for the next coming months.
Yeah, sorry, I was just saying that there are a lot of friends that are telling me that they're holding a bunch of YT USD 0++, and they're really excited for the golden draw, and everyone's hoping that they're gonna win. So the question is 1 billion pills going to make you a usual millionaire?
I cannot tell right now. I cannot tell. But
also, it depends what you mean by millionaire, like in dollar value or in token. You could have 1 billion of like something, so it depends. You're gonna have a lot of usual is what we can normally say. Like I think the total amount of pills right now, that though without the boost, but we're probably closing in with the boost at around 700 billion probably with the boosts. Without, we need like 100. So one does represent like a percentage. It's not like a fraction. It will represent kind of like, it will represent quite significant amounts in the like bigger than what I have right now. Like I've been in since the beginning. I put quite like all and whatever I can in there. They will have more pills than I. that's what I'm gonna tell you for sure. That's gonna be big thing. So I'm
if you look at the current leaderboard of usual, we'll check. I will check right now. So
I think it'll be in the top something just from this draw, like just from that you'll make the top something on top of what you possibly already gain, and here again double incentives and then usual after. So it will make you very, very very happy, I think.
Yeah, clearly it can make you jump near to the top 100, I guess, something like that.
Yeah, probably.
Tell us a bit more about usual.
About the
token. Yeah.
The token, but as we haven't revealed yet the metrics, I will keep silent on the numbers.
Actually, what's exciting though is that we did put out a lot more information just yesterday. So for anyone interested, just go on our blog or just check our X accounts and just go to yesterday. You'll see something a lot more detailed about the usual token. There's a lot of things that we haven't put out right now that you could figure out. We're hoping people get really excited. We actually did it on purpose. So you have now what the usual is worth. So now really going on the YT, just like try to get it. Also, as mentioned by Adley, the snapshot will be before. So if you basically, people cannot cheat. Like before anyone start going like, oh, if people just buy into not, we've thought of everything. The usual team. We work as usual. We really thought this through. So just come in, and you need to be an IT ape really to be to come in and to try to get something. There's no min-maxing everything. Just believe in us as usual.
Yeah, I think it's quite interesting. I think the design, the mechanism design of Golden YT is quite interesting. It is with this system, everyone buying YT for a chance to win is like contributing to a community fund, which just like the lottery help country to build a fund for something. Yeah, just like that kind of mechanism. Someone asked me, do you think if you just give the pills to the someone is lucky, and our pills will be less attractive, but I told him, if I think this is just kind of lottery, so we should do not worry about, oh, he got this but I didn't, but to be honest, this just like a lottery, but yeah.
If I can come in here, so that's the thing, is we're not a lottery because of two things.
Oh no,
here,
yeah.
So
Yeah,
there's
two kind of things.
cumulative funds. Yeah, it's but we have
Two
very
kind of
clear
things.
differences, and the lottery system. If you want,
To
there's a
explain
draw
it,
system.
simply, it's just that it's just an added number of pills because you already have something with a YT.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's chosen randomly, and people should not be afraid about the dilution because that's the good stuff. It's not a huge amount of pill that we add in certain weight, less than 1%. Of the whole future drop. So it's something that that give just a little bit more of community alignment, I would say, because everybody could be able to have this these pills, and that was the goal. To, like you said, Labyrinth, the goal is to have a, I would say, good align incentive, because the good way is that if we have a good YT participation, there is good PT yield, and so the Pendle pool become attractive, and at the same time people are able, even with a tiny amount, to have a huge amount of pills. And that was really the goal, to just make an interesting incentive logic that will allow everybody on each side, the YT lovers, the PT lovers, and usual, to have more, I would say, more success, more profitability, more opportunities. And that's always what we try to do, is to align in certain way everybody with the protocol. That's what we have published with the usual token yesterday. And it's a overview of the design. There will be more in-depth paper, etc. But the really, our focus is always to align everybody, and with that we are happy to align everybody and to make this new market on Pendle a success.
Oh,
and
great!
That's, as Ali just said, that's why we should really not be afraid of dilution, because people will get more pills, but that makes the YT more interesting, PT more interesting, then LPs really needed, then the TVL increases, which then in turn just provide more value towards the whole ecosystem, which then makes your pills more valuable in the end. So like, it's really, just like, that's also one of the good things with Pendle, as we said before, is like, if YT is really needed, then PT is really wanted, because there's a high APY, and then LP, and then TVL increases. So there's no dilution, and as Ali said, you get something on top of the lottery. Basically, if you lose, you lose. Here, you don't lose, you get the PL, and then you get the yield, and then on top of that, but it still works very, very much like you said with the it's really community. And that's, I think, what's the strong thing is with Usual, is that it's not us getting something, is we are all together building an ecosystem, a stablecoin ecosystem that's decentralized. Like you, Labyrinth, will be just as important as Adli or some of the other members. Like everyone will get a part of Usual, and that's kind of like what we're trying to build. Which then, taking the lottery aspect, just going back to what you mentioned with the community fund, that's really what we're trying to do. Like have a positive flywheel effect, with having a lot of people can like just come in and create a very, very big ecosystem, and then hopefully, taking a lot of that liquidity and TVL from that cycle and all the other stablecoins to shift the paradigm from a centralized system to a decentralized ecosystem where everyone is a winner, everyone is an owner. And that's, again, what we're doing here with the Golden YT. No matter how small you are valuable. You can come in, you come with one USDC0, you put in YT, you gain something, something really, really good, and you have a chance to be something very important. And obviously to build something very important. So any other things? I mean, I know we talked a lot, Wilbert. I'm sorry, I just wanted to go back because I thought what Labyrinth said was really interesting with, the analogy, but again, that's where we're pretty different from Allotry in that aspect, but there's a very, very good similitudes. And then as you said, yeah, I love Pendle because that mechanism is just top notch for what we want to do. We love working with you guys.
Yeah, so it's a win-win situation, right? Because the more people that are aping into YT because they want a chance at earning maybe the golden YT draw or maybe just the 6 pills a day, it pushes up the implied yield on Pendle, which is a good flywheel effect. And users that don't want to deal with the volatility of points or yield can lock in a fixed yield with the PT assets on Pendle. So I think it's a very good flywheel effect, and also opens up the possibilities of what you can do with campaigns around YT. Who knows, in the future that could even be a trading competition around YT, like biggest percentage ROI in terms of the most profitable trader, or maybe the lousiest trader who loses the most amount of money in the shortest period of time. There could be campaigns to reward people around that, which will make PT and YT trading on Pendle even more interesting.
I mean, don't tell Adley he's gonna start going on composability. Like we love doing stuff like that. Essentially, I'm sure. Adley, I don't know if you want to go back on what Wilbert said, but I know you love trying to create a lot of new.
No, we try to make a lot of automation possible with Morpho, those protocols that automate the loop in Morpho or those protocol. And clearly that the beauty of DeFi to have that composability and DeFi Lego. And clearly, I think that we are all everybody start to adopt, I would say, DeFi. Clearly, we see that I think yesterday the American government make a withdrawal of enough position of some things they says. So the government is starting to interact with DeFi. Everybody is interacting with DeFi, and we have very funny findings yesterday with Pierre, because we were looking at the PT holders of our old PT markets on Pendle, and what we discovered is that Jordan Belfort has some the Wolf of Wall Street has some PT of
Mr. Wolf.
You can check on DBank on his account, and clearly it was a funny discovery for us because we have no direct link, and it's funny to see that really everybody is starting to look at the DeFi, and we want to sell to Jordan. If you look at us, he has to not forget to reroll his PT in the new pool.
Is he the real Jordan Belfort? Or is
we don't know, but he's the user. Is
he the usual?
Like the true one in DBank, but maybe just somebody on DBank with his personal name, but it seems something that could be true.
It'd certainly be interesting for us. I mean, as at least said, please go in. Don't forget to rollover. Sorry, and I want to go on that, Wilbert. If you could tell us a bit more about the rollover function. I know it's fairly new for a lot of people. We haven't had a pool yet that has done that. I mean, we're starting with this new one. How does it work? What do people need to be mindful of and do?
Yeah, so the current usual pool on Pendle for USD 0++ matures at the end of this month, 31st October. So if you have PT or LP positions in there, you can roll over in a single click of a button into the new pool that matures in March. So you can go from PT to PT, or you can even go from PT to LP or LP to PT, right? Either ways, into the new pool without having to zap out of the Pendle pool. And you save gas in that transaction, as well as making it more seamless and hassle-free. So that is a functionality that will be available as soon as the maturity happens on 31st October. So essentially that's what you can do on Pendle on maturity on 31st October.
Awesome,
Sure.
thanks. And you should do one that says roll to golden YT for usual, just like everyone on there. But I know that's
Yeah,
great
and
function.
very, very nice features on Pendle that make it easy to roll from one to another market. And yeah, it's a great design and UX to have made that, because it's really, really simple. And we saw that people are actually rolling and their different maturities. And I can wait also for new Pendle V4, V4, right?
V3.
V3, sorry,
V3.
V3. The Pendle V3 that will come in few, because I really have big. We really like Pendle and the design of Pendle, as we said in the last live. So
Also-
everybody take your luck,
Try it, see. And yeah, don't forget to roll over 31st, last call, guys. Do it all at that time. And I think also you, how to say so? You mentioned different maturities and different pools. Adley, like, are we hoping to do more things with Pendle in the future, or are we like how ape are we going in Pendle?
No, I
Like,
think
know
that there
you're
will
going
be a
to
lot of other Pendle product maybe together, because as we will deploy on different chain, there will be possibilities of making Pendle product on other chain. There will be also there will be maybe also usual Pendle market. We cannot know, like there is also already like directional token market on Pendle. Maybe we can have also some crossover with Corn, for example, where people can deposit USD 0++. Clearly, our goal is to continue to make to bring opportunities, I would say, to people with different maturities, different product, and the goal is really to make this DeFi diversify and accessible. Not always, because Pendle is not the most simple product, but we try to make also Pendle more accessible with that kind of exciting and very very accessible bonus with a YT, because you just have to buy YT. It's like buying a token. You have to do that on Pendle, and it's a way also to discover Pendle, I think.
So when is the new Morpho pool coming out?
It should be today, normally, because it has been pushed. It's more a matter of because there is some time lock mechanism in Morpho, where you set up when you set up a market, it take you have 24 hours to wait the market, and after 24 hours to set up a cap. So normally it should be today. Normally it's good.
I think I have another question. I think around the maturity on 31st October, I was speaking to Pierre yesterday, and Pierre was sharing that there are going to be a few measures in place for USD 0++ liquidity. The parity module, as well as a liquidity buffer. So there will be a new PYUSD and USD 0.
We should have normally new liquidity will flow in some pools, because we want to have a smooth transitioning to the TG, where the reward for the pool will be higher than the current pills, because in pills the complexity is that we give like pills per dollar, and in liquidity usually you give an amount, a fixed amount, and people share this amount, and so it was more difficult to have something that is totally well balanced. And so there will be some of usual supporters that will make some liquidity for USD 0, because the pool is like there is 15 million right now of liquidity. It's not really a problem normally, because this pool can be arbitraged anytime with USYC, and so it's good for its peg. But as there could be some movement, when people re-roll or not re-roll, etc. We prefer to be sure that people can make deep movement, because we have deep PT buyers. If you look at the PT holders on the USD 0++, there is some huge buyers with 5, 3, 4 million. So it starts to be some money if they want to just change in certain way and exit their position, they will go through the secondary market liquidity, and we want that process to be the more smoother possible, and without the less slippage possible for the best UX for the user. So I think that clearly it's important for us to always have that proportionality growing of liquidity, and it will be even more efficient with the usual token normally. And yeah, sorry.
Oh yeah, I noticed a good news. Yeah, TVL growing very quickly. I noticed some good news. Euro is now only 5 million away from Frax. Yeah, I just think it feels like it wasn't that long ago TVL hit 300 million.
Yeah, it's crazy. I hope 500 million will be soon. Frax is a null protocol, so it will be an honor to be inside Frax. I think that there is after there is a Ondo and BlackRock, so next target start to be
Yeah.
one also. That's the funny stuff, that's the funny stuff, because we started 3 months ago, and there was like currently there is not a big growth in all the stablecoin market. So clearly we are achieving to get some new TVL. The protocol is achieving to get some new TVL, even if the market right now was a little bit special and a little bit waiting in certain way. And so I guess we hope that with the full mechanism, with the tokenomics, etc., there will be even more acceleration and some exponential growth. But clearly, it starts to be a little bit exponential those last days, and we hope it will continue. And yeah, clearly we are committed to make usual success, growth, to have a protocol that is fully community owned, and it's a good stuff that we launch a token because it will start this process in certain way of showing that we are committed to build something that is community owned and not something that is with some entities that take some stuff, etc. We are really building a protocol, set of smart contract, and people will have that set of smart contract equity through the token in certain ways, or what we call network equity or protocol equity. And it's equity in this pure term, not a legal one, in the logic of being able to represent the value of something, and that the value of what we are trying to build, something with more and more. I like to think that we are making a proof of revenue or proof of real yield emission in certain way, because there is only new token if there is revenue that are given to the DAO, and so it's a pretty nice equilibrium, and we hope it will last long and grow a lot, because the market is huge, and normally we have designed that to be able to grow for a long time. I think that we start to have speak for kind of a long time, so I think we'll cut soon. And I really wanted to say that, guys, don't miss the golden YT. Try to get it. We'll publish very soon all the winners and information on Twitter, so you can follow the social network to be updated on all that what will happen basically. And we were really happy to explain you all those rules and some usual explanation. And thanks to Wilbert and Labyrinth for being with us. Karel, maybe you want to say a few words.
Yeah. So just to explain again, so for the winners, there'll be in the smart contract, there'll be one smart contract for each one of the winners. So there will be at least 10 of them. Right now we already announced the first one. You'll be able to take a look once that's live. We will tell you when it's live. And then next week we're going to put out all the other smart contracts in advance, and then just say one by one when they're coming. And we're not telling you when the withdrawals are going to be done. We're not going to tell anything. basically just go all in on Golden YT, not financial advice obviously, but just personal feeling. Really want to go in. You'll just be able to check. Be very transparent. Everything is on chain on Arbitrum, by the way, guys. If you remember, we just launched on Arbitrum too, so that's why we started first use case for us. We're actually gonna do the announcement very soon. If you have any questions, don't hesitate. Put it in the comments on X. We will check them out. Don't hesitate. Join our TG, join our Discord. We always love to talk to you. And very, very happy as Labrin, the Wilbert said, the TVET is really growing very fast this last few days. Check the usual documentation we just sent yesterday because there's a lot of information to unpack. And also we're hoping to, as I said, go exponentially from there on. So, your last chance to come in before we had 500 million and then 1 billion and then, just take over, hopefully, the stablecoin. So, last chance.
So there's one draw happening every day of the week next week, right? From Monday to Friday?
Yeah.
We hoping to do something next week very, very intense because we know, the last pool is coming. So we want to incentivize, go roll over, go from the old pool to the new one. I think, it's just trying to, this will be the best rollover you've had, Wilbert, just everyone coming in. And then after that, there will still be draw even afterwards, after the pool, is rolled over and we go to a new one entirely. There will still be draws. There will be draws until the last one is actually one of the most interesting one, also 1 billion deals. Everything transparent, very intense next week, but still there afterwards.
We should announce the address live in the show.
Yeah, but I didn't get the address yet by the
not yet. I know
tech, so I will have to see with them when we will announce the winner.
When we announce the live, but we already announced the smart contract, no money, and then again we also announced for the other ones afterwards. But anyway, anyone can check. Once it's live, we'll announce it. Everyone can check, usual.
And thanks for all our community members and ambassadors, and we are really committed to try to build a strong community with you guys. And we are very happy to have you with us today.
Everyone, I'm ending the stream now. It was great to see you all. See you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.